a segment that features, well, probably some comedy, as Gary Scelzi and Jack Beckman have joined us. And Jack, let's start with you. Runner-up in Denver, got you into that number 10 spot in points. Are you feeling any relief yet at this point?
You know, I think it's interesting the words they use for this countdown deal. Birth and clinch, which I think we're feeling a lot of that stuff lately here.
Car was pretty good, though, in Denver. Just missed out on the win.
Yeah, Wilkerson's been awfully greedy this year.
Greedy or good? That's a good question.
I think a little bit of both. But, Gary, you've won 4 Powerade championships. You know what it takes to win. What's it going to take for you to win this year?
We're going to have to wake this Mopar Oakley Dodge up, and the driver, too. It's, you know, we've changed so many things on the car that it's hard to pinpoint what it is. Not only the naturalized tubing car, but we went to a Brad Hadman car. The car seemed to be quicker early, more forgiving, more drive shaft speed, more recovery. And we've seemed to lost all that. The clutch isn't working the same. The motor seems to be down on power, which I think we've got cured. We started to run some pretty good speed here. But, Mike, I'm telling you right now, I don't know what to think.
In other words,
I
you
wish
got
I could
nothing
lie.
right now.
I got nothing.
Tell me something good about it.
Dominic ran second last, or Giovanni ran second last night, and Dominic ran fourth. That's the good news.
Okay, there we go. We got that out of the way.
At least somebody's winning in the
Somebody's
family, right?
winning, yeah.
Jack, you had the opportunity to sweep the swing a year ago. You won Denver, you won here. Coming back to this place, being in this position as the defending champion, does that give you any additional confidence, though, as you try to stay in that top 10?
Name more on the PA. That's about it. But, you know, you got to remember, different car, entirely different crew. The guys that are here this year had never worked together as a crew. And in the off-season, we had to assemble a trailer, all the spare parts, tools, the car, everything. Yeah, I beat Force, and he got all the TV time. I remember that last year.
That's right. He
came right over there and hogged it, didn't he?
Smart man, that John Force. How about that, though, guys? 17 funny cars show up.
That's right.
John Force doesn't qualify. I mean, that's how tough it is this year.
How does this stretch wear on you guys, Gary?
You know what? Being with Schumacher, we've got plenty of tools and plenty of people and plenty of parts. That's not the issue right now. The big thing is trying to get this thing consistent. And, you know, like we qualified, we were actually number 3 qualifier, I believe, when we made that run on Friday night. By the end of the session, we were 12th, which is a good thing. But, you know, if you're going to get into this countdown and you're going to have a shot at a championship, which is the reason we're here, we need to have a car capable of winning. So I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I'm not trying to, you know, say things are horrible, but, you know, we are trying so hard right now. Todd Okahara didn't wake up and lose, sight of everything. He's a smart man. He's a very thorough man. It's just something's not clicking, and we just can't put our finger on it. So I'm hoping today, you know, first round we got Bartone, who ran really well. I'm hoping we can get by him and we get enough rounds here today to figure out what's going on, because I'm going to tell you, if we don't do well here and we don't do well at Infineon, it's not looking good.
Now, the fans are definitely behind you. You know that.
That's one thing I'm going to tell you. You get out there to the ropes, and I don't care how bad of a day you're having, the people still love you. And I mean, that's what's good about our sport. They get to come in the pits, and they get to tell you, hey, Scelzi, you suck, or hey, Scelzi, you don't suck.
That was me out there saying.
Oh, that was you.
Jack, I want to ask you, you know, the Western Swing, you came close to sweeping last year, won the first 2 races. How hard is it to do that?
I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting deal, because if you can get your momentum for Denver and you got a tough running car and you get that bam, bam, bam 3 weeks in a row, it might not be the most difficult thing. But you got to remember, to win 12 rounds over 3 weekends, you're going to have a couple of lucky breaks, and that's what it's going to boil down to.
Jack Beckman races Tommy Johnson Jr. later today. Our other funny car stories, what do you say we take a look at our number 1 qualifying run, and it came courtesy of Robert Height in session 2 in the Auto Club car. Watch the car on the near side of your screen. Straight down the racetrack, 4.05 seconds, 304 is 26th, the number 1, but the task for him, he's only won from that number 1 spot 3 times. E3 upset alert features our funny car point leader.
Well, how can he be the upset alert? He is leading the points, but he only qualified number 16. He's got Robert Height. It won't be a huge upset, but I'll tell you what, you can never count Tim Wilkerson out, and I can assure you Robert Height won't be in that first-round matchup.
But credit to the stat man who points out Tim Wilkerson has never upset the number 1 qualifier from that 16th spot. There you see the point lead that Wilkerson enjoys as Robert Height moved up 2 spots. Cruz moved up 1. And, Jack, you're into the top 10. You guys got your calculators out. Are you finding a way into the top 10 here?
We're going to make it. I mean, I feel we're going to make it. You have to feel you're going to make it. I've got enough faith in Todd that one of these days when he beats on that hood, this thing's going to be a rocket. I'm going to do my job, and we're going to shock everybody, and you guys are going to have to interview me.
Well, Jack, this class starting to become so much like pro stock. Talk about how tight it is, especially now in this new 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, Friday, would you have bet that the only funny car to not qualify would have been John Force? But literally, that's how good all the cars that show up are right now. You know, we lost Scott. Jim Heads parked his car temporarily. Mike Ashley parked a real good running car. What we did is we went from 20 great running cars to 17 outstanding running cars. You don't want to be the one guy standing out on Sunday.
Top to bottom, separated by just 1/10 of a second. And a lot of pressure for these guys. Gary Scelzi, Jack Beckman, thank you for joining us.
Thanks,
and best
guys.
of luck. Be safe later today. We get closer to elimination.